What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Bel-Air, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Bel-Air Season 3, Episode 5. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. Now I decided to just drop that recap for you guys first. Usually I give you guys my quick thoughts, early impressions, but as I told you guys yesterday, I didn't know we was getting 3 more episodes for week 2. So it is what it is. I just want to get this recap out there to you guys. That way you can have some content and then we can get to episode 6. But in this episode, we did see a lot of different things as far as Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv finally fixing things within the marriage. He's cutting ties fully with Erica, but I think Erica gonna have some issues with that. And we also found out what is Frederick really up to, right? His mom's is in town. That's because that's who he's been, having contact with. And I'm glad that Jeffrey, found out this truth. So it's about to heat up in episode 6. But let's get into this recap. What did we see in episode 5 titled Getting Personal? Now the episode starts out with Will, Carlton, and Ashley. They're getting, some breakfast ready for Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv because it's their anniversary. Sad thing is, Uncle Phil, he did not sleep in the bedroom. This man done slept in his office because him and Aunt Viv, they still have issues. And of course, he's in the doghouse, right? Now Ashley and Carlton and Will, they know something's up. Carlton already knows they've been arguing, so, they try to play it off like ain't nothing really going on. He was just real busy with the work. But as soon as they left the room, we can hear them arguing. So we know what time it is, right? And Carlton has to play it off like everything's going to be okay. Now, Uncle Phil does apologize to Aunt Viv for the whole argument. And we know he wants to make sure that this date is just right. Meanwhile, Sharif, he is texting Aunt Viv, whatever, hitting her up. And she's trying to play it off. But we know he's going to be a problem this episode. Or at least he's going to pop up. Now, Jeffrey, he has told Uncle Phil about his son Frederick and how he has a burner phone and he's been lying to him and he's been, in contact with somebody with a London number. So he knows something is up and he wants to find out the truth. Uncle Phil tells him, look, just talk to him, approach this as a father, don't be too aggressive or whatever. But I think Jeffrey was trying to do that. But y'all know Frederick, all he does is lie. So I don't blame Jeffrey for doing what he had to do. Now, we get to Will and Carlton. They still have to figure out a way to sell all this inventory, right? They had like 1,000 shirts in the last episode. And Will believes if it's a way they can work this tournament, they can get in contact to one of the celebrities that's going to be there, Pony Rich. And if they can, get in contact with him, maybe they can make that connect in order to, of course, sell all these shirts. That's the game plan, and that's what they're going to try to do. But of course, in order to even be at this pickleball tournament, Will has to beat Miss Tina. And she wasn't playing around, y'all. She was not playing around. I mean, this whole scene had me cracking up. Now, Will was able to beat her, so that means him and Carlton will be able to work this tournament because they need extra staff anyway. But the only thing is, they cannot slip up at all. Now, we get to Destiny. We know she is the mystery artist that Aunt Viv was talking about, and she's going to be the new Neiman Fellow, right? Now, she gave us like her backstory on how Aunt Viv's art was a major inspiration on her in her life. And basically, without Aunt Viv, she probably would not be doing what she's doing right now. So it's good to see this. I mean, hopefully everything goes well as far as, her being the new Neiman Fellow. And I know she was happy as hell because she looks up to Aunt Viv and you can tell she was truly honored. Now, we get to your boy Carlton and we get back to that pickleball tournament and he's starting to tweak out, y'all. He's spazzing out for real. He is thinking about all the different things as far as his family, his parents' marriage. And as I told you guys, all he was going to think about was blame Carlton because that's what he heard when he walked past the room when they was arguing, right? So all that's in his head is alcohol there. So he is definitely about to lose it. Now, he does tell Will he got it or whatever. We know later on in the episode, he does meet up with Spencer. And it was a very serious conversation. Spencer tells him, you need to just worry about yourself and do what you got to do for you. You cannot be taking on other people's problems. And he's basically talking about Amira's problems, right? Because she got her own thing going and he feels like Carlton needs to have more focus on himself. And y'all know Amira, she definitely going to be upset once again when she finds out that, somebody else is trying to basically tell Carlton to stay away from her. Because it's the same thing his mom's pretty much said, right? Now, we get to Sharif and he bold. He said, you know what? I don't care if you're married or not. You all up on my IG page liking all my pictures. I'm about to show up. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. And that's what he did, right? Now, they was having lunch talking about why he cooks and all this stuff. We know he was in the military and all that. He used to cook and everything. Everything seems like it's going all good. And then out of nowhere, Uncle Phil, he pops up to the party. And Aunt Viv's face, you know what I'm saying? She was shocked, like, man, you really did pop up. And I'm thinking like, well, it is your anniversary, right? So you should be expecting him to do something special. Popping up, you just never know, especially on your anniversary. Now, Sharif, he was trying to play it off like, look, you can stay here, you can eat, it's enough food. Uncle Phil said, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to show up, show love, give her these flowers and everything like that. We know later on in the episode, they're going to go out to dinner. But Aunt Viv, man, she was shook. She was like, man, I done messed up. Now, we get to Will and your girl Jackie. She has returned and, hey, she pissed off. She's like, man, look, you didn't defend me when, you know, Lisa was running her mouth and all that stuff. She wasn't having it, especially after all the stuff that she did for him. And, you know, Will, he did kind of feel bad about everything or whatever. And you guys, I've been seeing what y'all been saying. Some people, they really rocking with Jackie. You got some people rocking with Lisa as well, as far as who Will should be with. Now, we know when all this went down, Will and Lisa was not officially together. And the things that Jackie was doing, I know she was saying that she wasn't really trying to, you know, push up on him like that. It was more of business type moves or whatever. She was trying to help him out. We know what she was really doing, know what I'm saying? She want to get back with Will, know what I'm saying? This was why she told him, don't be a stranger. I mean, she told him she missed him. But like I told you guys, that was before Will and Lisa was officially together. Know what I'm saying? Not trying to really give her a pass, but she gonna try to do what she got to do. At the end of the day, they all young. And we know Jackie, she still, after all this went down, she still helped out Will in this episode. So as far as his business, this whole thing with Black Cess, this girl, Jackie, been putting in work. She puts in that work. Like I told you guys, it's going to be hard to push her away, especially if she's doing things that's helping out the business. And to be honest, you know you got a big connection with her as well. So just expect it to get a little bit messy, because I still think Jackie's going to be a problem. Will, you got to, you know, figure out what you're going to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Jackie or Lisa, even though you know, made it official with Lisa, I still think Jackie's going to create some more issues. Y'all let me know down below how y'all see it playing out. Now, Olivia and Ashley got into a small little argument or whatever. We know Olivia has her thoughts on the band, and she did mention on how, you know, her parents got divorced last year. And as soon as she said that, Ashley got even more upset, talking about my parents ain't getting a divorce and all this. And, you know, basically, Olivia, she got the hell up out of there. Now, I do think Olivia will return. We know in this episode, Ashley did meet another character. His name was Eli. And I don't know about this guy. Y'all let me know. We know at the end of the episode, he pops up. But Ashley was telling him on how the band is over or whatever. But he still, you know, came in there and they start talking about music. So will he be a problem? Now, Jeffrey decides to follow Frederick. He was trying to kick it with him earlier on in the episode, but Frederick kind of played it off like, nah, it's going to be a young crowd where I'm going. So Jeffrey said, you know what? I'm going to do what I got to do. He followed him, told him like, look, I know you're lying to me. I know you got a burner phone, and he's not feeling it. And he wants to know who the hell he's been talking to. And this is when Frederick takes Jeffrey to the location where his mom's was at. So this is who he's been talking to the whole time. And now they have a whole lot of catching up to do. Now, we get back to your girl Jackie. We get to this weirdo right here. He was running his mouth. He was in there really trying to flirt with her and being very disrespectful, trying to touch her and all that. Will wasn't having that at all. And he checks this guy, right? Now, Miss Tina pops up to the party. She's upset. She does, you know, say she's going to kick this guy out. But she's upset with Will, talking about, I thought you could have handled, you know, this a little bit better. Will, he's like, man, screw all that. So he, you know, basically walks off or whatever to cool down. And he misses his opportunity to make that deal with that boy Phony Rich. And we saw how Jackie was looking. So we already knew what time it was. We knew she was going to help him out as far as getting that deal made, or at least give him an opportunity to pitch his idea, right? Now, Phil, he ain't playing around. He done got the red dress, the shoes, the whole outfit is set out for Aunt Viv. They're going on an anniversary date. And the truth was revealed. Know what I'm saying? Aunt Viv, she told him exactly how she's been feeling. She's been physically and mentally exhausted. She's tired. She tells him that she was attracted or is attracted to Sharif. And she just got all of her, emotions and everything out, letting him know exactly how she's feeling. And Uncle Phil, he held it together. You know what I'm saying? Because most cats would have got very pissed off. They would have flipped out once she said what she said about Sharif, right? Now, he tells her how he's been feeling about Erica, says she was sexy. Of course, he loved how she flirted with him and all that. And, he felt like he was wanted, right? And, they kind of go back and forth. Moral to the story is, look, we are putting a lot of time on everybody else and it's hurting our marriage. And we need to put more focus on our relationship, right? So that's exactly what they end up agreeing to do. Uncle Phil's like, look, all I want is you. Know what I'm saying? And I'm going to put in that work. So they made up. Everything seems like it's good. It's their anniversary. And he tells her to throw away those whack flowers that Sharif got her. Now, we get to Jeffrey and Penelope and we get the backstory on what really happened. We know when Jeffrey left because he took out the old boss back in London. He left for his safety and, of course, his family's safety. And apparently, a guy named Roman was supposed to, take care of them, was supposed to look out for his family. Where apparently Roman got locked up or whatever, right? So that means that Penelope and Frederick, they're screwed. They have to fend for themselves, right? So we know Frederick ends up, getting put in foster care for, I guess, safety. And the rest is history. She's been struggling. It ain't been too good for her. And now we're here because they have found out exactly what's going on as far as the location. And they have to figure out what they need to do next. We know Jeffrey was talking about how he sacrificed everything for them. But of course, he's made some very crucial mistakes. And he probably never wanted this to happen or end up happening like this in the first place. We know Frederick ended up telling his moms about where he was at. And of course, he told her about, them being in trouble. So this is why she pops up. But Jeffrey tells her, look, I got Frederick. He is good. So you can just go home. Now, Frederick, he was not a fan of that. He's like, look, if my mom leaving, I'm leaving too. I'm not going. I will pick her any day over you. So if Jeffrey's going to have, Frederick stay, that means his mom's is going to have to stay as well. And we know that's what ended up happening by the end of the episode when they pop back up at Jeffrey's spot. Now, your girl Jackie, once again, looking out for Will. She was able to get him, a little small meeting with Pony Rich, right? And she told him, look, don't fumble. And Will, he took complete advantage of this opportunity. And of course, they was on social media promoting Black Cess. Next thing we know, Black Cess is blowing up. They were able to sell out all of that inventory and they doing great. And if it wasn't for Jackie, they probably wouldn't have sold nothing. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a struggle for Will and Carlton, but luckily they was able to end this episode on a good note because they continued to put in that work. Now, Ashley and Carlton, they put something special together for their parents on their anniversary. They wasn't playing around. They're like, look, our parents, they not about to get a divorce. We gonna put in some work. We gonna make sure that everything is good for their anniversary. And this idea, it definitely worked out. So hopefully everything is good. All I know is this. We know eventually Aunt Viv, she's going to have a conversation about open marriage, right? We know that's coming. I just don't know what episode that's going to be in. Now, at the end of the episode, Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil, they gave Carlton his doors back, letting him know the things that he's been doing has been great. And he's doing good as far as his recovery. Will, he was watching everything. Y'all know he felt kind of, sad because he had a conversation with his boy at work about his parents, about his father. So he's like, man, I need to put my family back together. You know what I'm saying? I need to get things popping for me. So you can tell that's what Will was thinking about. He went into his box that his dad gave him and he looked at the picture of all of them together. So y'all know he gonna make sure that he at least tries to fix his family and the issues that they're going through. And then we see Uncle Phil. He's like, man, I cannot mess things up with my wife no more. So he lets Erica know that it is officially over for them as far as business. I told y'all, if it was me, I would have never messed with her in the first place just based off that history alone. But come on, y'all know Erica, she's definitely going to have something to say about this because she is about business. So we going to see what time it is real soon. And then we see your boy Carlton. He gets a text from Amira talking about our next high cliff diving. Like, really? Like, hell nah. She about to have your boy Carlton out here looking crazy. And then at the very end of the episode, we get to Will. You already know he was in his feelings about his family. And then he texts his mom telling her that he needs her in LA, right? So we already know what time it is. We know she's going to pop up in the next episode, and we're going to see if Will can fix things between his family. I mean, hopefully so. Know what I'm saying? He been seeing all the stuff that the Banks family's been going through and how they be, basically recover and make things work. So that's what he wants to do, right? So we're going to see what time it is in episode 6. I want you guys to leave your theories, predictions, leave it out down below. I'm going to try to get that recap for episode 6 for you guys real soon. If not tonight, maybe tomorrow, but I'm going to definitely be working on that. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I'll catch you on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.